Hey guys, this is Christian and welcome to Love Bound. So last episode we talked about rejected love and how to deal with some of those difficult feelings when you like someone that doesn't like you back. And I want to talk about that in this episode too, and probably for the next few as well, because this is a really big topic and it's something that's really difficult for a lot of people, and it's definitely something I've gone through several times, and it's really painful. So I really feel like it's something that's important that we touch on. And today I want to talk about how to not build up an imaginary person in your head, because that's what happens a lot of time. You'll see someone you like girl or guy, and you're like attracted to that person. Maybe there's something interesting about them, and you don't know them. Maybe you interacted a little bit, but you don't know them, who they are, what they're about, what they like, and you start making up this imaginary person in your head, which may or may not be true. I mean, chances are it's not going to be true. It's probably just you putting on to them the qualities that you desire in a future spouse. And that's really destructive, because what ends up happening is, and I've done this several times, like I've really done this mistake a lot of times. What happens is you'll build up this thing in your head, she's probably like this and like this and like that. And then you start thinking, oh, what would it be like to date her, or like maybe get engaged and married. And it's just like building this relationship up in your head that doesn't exist. And then if you like ask her out and she's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, you're like, oh, devastated, because for you it feels like she just broke off an engagement with me, because emotionally that's where your heart is at. So you really need to be careful with just not getting far ahead of yourself. And I'm really someone who does that a lot. I think ahead a lot, and I'm very intense. I feel a lot of things. And if you're the same, you really need to reel yourself in, because a relationship is supposed to be experienced. It's not something that you build up in your head. It's two people communicating and interacting with each other. And what you need to do is just, talk to that person, hang out with them, ask her on a date if you're a guy, And if she says no, then okay. But at least she's not interested, because if it's supposed to happen, there will be something that will draw you to each other. And maybe sometimes it takes time, she needs to get to know you, whatever. But instead of trying to figure things out and sit and analyze, which I used to do a lot, and it just messes you up, is to just ask. Ask her, let her tell you, or ask him and let him tell you who they are, where they're at, and listen to them. Don't read any stuff into what they're saying. Like, if you're not sure what they're saying, then ask follow-up questions. It's not hard, it's not complicated, because it's supposed to be a journey, and it is really, like, especially in the beginning, you're really vulnerable, because you start getting your hopes up, and it's like, oh, wow, maybe there might be something here, but you're not sure of where they're at, and you're still trying to get to know each other, and it really is scary. But it's such a awesome journey and a privilege, to just take a step by step at a time. The people that have done it right, that I know, they've really let it just take time and step by step to get to know each other. And another thing is to stay off of Facebook, because Facebook is emotional suicide. I'm telling you, I've done that so many times where I've liked a girl, and I start looking at her picture. Maybe I'll find a picture I really like, and oh wow, she seems so cool, and she's like this and this, and maybe it's like the perfect picture with the perfect lighting, and it all looks so good, like perfect. And it's not a real person, it's just a picture, and you can't tell what a person is about just by looking at a picture. You need to experience them and have a relationship with them. So stay off of Facebook. Like, do yourself a favor. It's not going to be good for your heart, trust me, I know. And maybe you'll like start reading her comments or stuff that some guy wrote to her, and you're like, oh, kill that guy, It's just like, it's not good, because you're vulnerable in the beginning, and you need to reel yourself in, get to know the person, and just take it at a slow pace. So to not build an imaginary person in your head, because you want to marry a real person and someone who is actually telling you the truth about who they are, and where you can be honest with each other and know what each other is about, and not assuming things. I know this marriage actually really failed hard, because one person expected the other person to be a certain way, and that person wasn't that way, so it's just like, it just didn't work out well. So that's what I wanted to talk about with you today. And keep sending emails. I love answering them. It's such a privilege, just the people of you that have interacted with me and sent me questions and just wanted to talk about stuff. It's such an honor, and I just love doing it. So keep doing that, and I'll see you guys next time.